Hi, welcome to Seniors Last Word. We finally know who the 4 semi-finalists are at the AFCON 2021 finals. And I guess a lot of people are just happy to see and know the lineup. Cameroon playing against Egypt and Senegal taking on Burkina Faso. To begin with, I did make my predictions, and out of the 4, I did get 3. I only missed out 1, and that was Tunisia. Remember, I had predicted that Cameroon, Senegal, Egypt, and Tunisia would go through. I did get the 3 correct. I faltered on Burkina Faso. I hadn't seen them getting past Tunisia, but there they are. They did, and finally, our list is known. So Cameroon will take on Egypt. Senegal will take on Burkina Faso. Very interesting, because after a lot of complaints, after a lot of comment about the standards that we had seen in the quarterfinals, round of 16, and even before that, some of us were really worried that this tournament is going to be forgotten in no time. But here they were, they came and raised their game. All the teams did raise their game, and we did enjoy the quarterfinals. Really, Cameroon finally looking like the team that are hosts and are looking to win this thing again for the 6th time. Egypt and Morocco, I said for me it would be the most entertaining game. I don't know how you saw it, but I thought it did live up to the expectations. Senegal also coming out all fully loaded, taking on Equatorial Guinea, who gave a very good account of themselves. In the end, really, we did get the excitement and the entertainment that we hoped for. Cameroon taking on Egypt. 2 teams that are dominating in terms of success in this competition. Egypt, 7-time winners. Cameroon, 5-time winners. Who will beat the other? This game is coming up. And then Senegal taking on Burkina Faso. Who will get past the other? Well, I said at the start, I'll still say it again, I still believe this tournament is going to be won by North African country. Now that it's only Egypt remaining, I will insist Egypt will go all the way to the final and win the tournament for the 8th time. But they still have to prove that against the hosts, Cameroon, whose striking pair of Abubakar and Ekambi is really something to write home about. Between them, 11 goals. That must be the best turnout in terms of goals at this tournament, where a team produces 2 of its strikers and they come out on top of the scorer charts in the same tournament. We haven't seen that. And we hadn't also seen for a long time anyone scoring more than 5 goals at the finals. I think the last of them, Samuel Eto'o is one of them. So credit and full credit to Abubakar, Vincent, and Toko Ekambi, who are doing this very, very authoritatively and seemingly as though they still have a goal or 2 in them. These are the 2 who are going to lead the charge for a place in the final against Egypt. Remember, Cameroon, reigning champions. 2017 is the last time they did win. They missed out on 2019. I think they stopped at the quarterfinal stage. They are coming back again to try and win it for the 6th time. They have everything in their favor, really. The crowds, they are the hosts, they are in form, at least finally playing the football that we all thought they would play. They are in good physical shape, they are motivated, and who says they can't do it? But Egypt, they are Egypt. I've told you, you saw how they overcame Morocco. 1 goal behind, running from behind, and running out 2-1 winners. Very interesting, because Egypt had not beaten Morocco that many times. In the last 20 times they had met, they had only won 3 times, and almost all the others were won by Morocco. But when it matters most at this finals tournament, Egypt always coming out on top. And I told you, where 2 Arabs meet, and it's this kind of tournament at this kind of level at the stage, Egypt will reign, and they did reign. Of course, they couldn't have done that without their talisman, Mohamed Salah, who had almost not done much in the group stages, beginning to show 1 or 2 things in the knockout stages, in the round of 16, again raising his game, at least scoring the penalty that took them through, and then at the right moment, at the right time, his talent, his skills, his predatory skills, and his vision coming out to win the Man of the Match award for the 2nd time this tournament. And because of Mo Salah, Trezeguet comes off the bench, and they do beat Morocco to that semi-final place. But the other thing to note also is that Trezeguet hadn't featured much. Finally, at the right time when you need the big players to stand up. The man from Aston Villa and the man from Liverpool, the true professionals who really should have already led this team, coming out to stamp the authority. And just because of them, Egypt have gone on to be where they are. And Cameroon, Boubacar, by the way, is one of 4 players who are still in the team. They're remnants of the 2017 champion side. They did play. Now they have another chance to use the experience to go one better and add another trophy on their shelves. I don't know whether that will happen. Looking ahead, I'm thinking, who is going to beat the other? I'll tell you for sure. I don't care that Cameroon beat Egypt in the final of the 2017 championships. That is the finals. This time around, Egypt will emerge champions. I'll tell you, these guys have played each other for some time over in the past, but Egypt, by the way, has beaten Cameroon 5 times in the last 7 meetings. Indeed, it is just that 8th time when they met in the 2017 final that Cameroon reigned and came out on top. So historically, in terms of head-to-head, in terms of experience, for me, when it comes to the title, that silverware, it's hard to dislodge Egypt. And at this tournament, probably it's going to be Mo Salah, one of his last tournaments. Who knows whether he'll come back? It doesn't matter. But I thought the way I saw him gaining that leadership I questioned before, and the way he actually went for it when it needed and required him to come for it, I think he showed up very, very well. And in the game against Morocco, I thought, like I've always thought, the tactical acumen of the Egyptians really came out on top. They were so organized in midfield. They were winning 50-50 balls. They were closing out. They compacted their midfield when they needed to. They actually controlled the game for large spells, even before scoring. Defensively, they are very sound. They know how to mark out star players. They know how to change that system when they have to. And when it comes for going, they do actually go for the kill. I thought they were deserved winners. They controlled, they dominated possession, and the experience really showed through. Even though Morocco were the on-form team at this tournament, they're the ones having the individual flair, and they're the ones scoring the key goals, which lit up some of the dullest matches that we saw. It is Egypt who came and just did the business. Professional as always, and just beat their Arab brothers to a place in the semi-finals. Cameroon, I thought as well, yes, Gambia did give a very good account for themselves, but in the end, I think offensively, Cameroon was just too much. They did play wide, they used all areas of the pitch very well, and the more they did that, they stretched the Gambians so much. So the defensive game that the Gambians had come with, somehow it had to disappear, it had to crumble, because the Cameroonians just kept coming. And yes, deservedly, Ekambi scoring that brace that saw them through. In the end, it's Cameroon taking on Egypt, and I'll say again, for me, it's not the hosts who are going to win this one, it is Egypt who will come out on top, because I've said Egypt will win this tournament. Going to Senegal against Burkina Faso, very likely to be probably the game of the semi-final, because two teams that had individual skills, they have players who are not afraid to take the game in their own hands. They have players who are naturally are inclined to play flair football. They love to pass, they love individual skills. And like we saw Burkina Faso in the quarters, I thought they were very fast. They played a quick game, very fast. They never allowed Tunisia to dictate with their tactical and organization. They did just took speed. Once in a while, they played the counter attack. It worked for them. They opened up the Tunisians. Tunisia is very hard to get behind their defense, but Burkina Faso found a way. And when they did score, they scored a real good goal. Unfortunately, the young man Dango in the end got a red card, which won't see him appear in the semi-final. But overall, really, I thought Burkina Faso in the end deserved to beat Tunisia. The Tunisians did play some good football. Actually, the best football Tunisia has played at this tournament was played in the quarterfinals, but it was never to be. The Burkinabe, they scored early enough to protect that lead and emerge and run out winners. Will they beat Senegal? Senegal, again, Sadio Mane, wonderful assist there that provided for the opening goal, and his all-round game as well was nice. Remember, he had just almost gotten a concussion in the previous game with that clash with the Cape Verde goalkeeper. He was able to recover in time. He did come and showed great leadership with the ball. I thought he was very comfortable. I thought Senegal played really, really well. And the 2 goals they scored were great goals. They used their width again. They used their central midfielders. But what I have to mention here is the players who came off the bench to change the game for Senegal. Now, that's the quality you need when you are going to contest at this level. If the players on the field of play, that is the first team, don't turn up, what do you do if you really have to win? What Senegal did, even when the going got tough, they called on players off the bench and they came and changed everything. So kudos to Ismaila Kal, who came in, and Koyate, who scored that important winner. Ismailia as well, sir, scoring a goal to run out 3-1. So that shows you that Senegal has options. They can call on this one, they can call on that one, and they can change it around when they have to. So here they are. They were finalists last time at AFCON 2019. They didn't win it. Now, remember, neither Burkina Faso nor Senegal has won the Africa Cup of Nations. Can you believe that? Yes, Burkina Faso were in the finals in 2013, semi-finals in 2017. That's as far as it goes in recent tournaments. Senegal in the final last time around, they lost to Algeria. Do they want to lose again at this level? Because if Senegal does not go all the way to win it, you'll wonder whether they are suffering a curse of some sort. So it's time for the Senegalese to show their might. I think the disappointment of failure in 2019, the fact that they've come all this way, still number one, and they're now beginning to show that they're number one on the field of play as well, scoring goals when it matters. Remember, all 1 goal in the group stage, 2 goals in the round of 16. Now they're coming, scoring 3 goals in the quarterfinals. They are now up for it. And thankfully, they are finally playing like the highest ranked team in Africa. Will they let Burkina Faso beat them? I'll tell you something. In terms of head-to-head, when these two have played each other over, 7 years, 6 years, Burkina Faso seem to be on top. They've won more times than Senegal have. Burkina Faso has won twice, Senegal once. But what also strikes me is that they've drawn too many times, which tells you that there's not so much to choose between the two. West African teams having the same history, same tradition of football, they'll go at each other, no one will be scared, and the winner on the day will win. So who really has the mental fortitude to reign as they go for each other in the semi-finals? I think just because Senegal, where we are now, the experience they have, they've been together winning things, getting to the top, winning away in Europe, coming together. Now they have one thing motivating and driving them, winning that tournament for the first time for Senegal. They want to become legends and they want to add their own history. Can they do it? Probably they can, but first they've got to negotiate a way to the final. I think because of that, Senegal will beat Burkina Faso, who have done very well to get as far as they have. They've done really, really well. Can they continue like they did in 2013 and reach the final? Something tells me probably because they have to play Senegal, they won't be able to do that. So who are my 2 teams for the final this time around? It's going to be Egypt, the 7-time champions reigning over Cameroon, the hosts, and 5-time champions. They will meet Senegal, who I think are going to reign over Burkina Faso. It's going to be Mohamed Salah of Egypt and of Liverpool playing against Sadio Mane of Senegal and of Liverpool in the final. That's my last word. Goodbye.